Story 2, The Boastful Villager. Roddrik was the kind of young man who craved an audience, and he'd found one in the Blackwood boys that evening. They were gathered around a small fire, the flames casting flickering shadows across their faces as Roddrik leaned back on a log, chewing on a piece of grass. His grin was wide and smug, his voice full of lazy confidence. "So, you want to hear about Banic, eh? The big city?" He stretched his legs out in front of him and let the question hang in the air before continuing. "Well, let me tell you, lads, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Sure, the walls are tall and the gates gleam like iron teeth, but inside, it's chaos. The streets are packed shoulder to shoulder, people shouting, dogs barking, muck splattered everywhere. And the smell," Damien snorted, already grinning. "What smell?" Roderik's grin widened. "Worse than you can imagine. Like every horse in the duchy pissed in the same place and left it to bake in the sun. That's Banic. And the people? Rude as can be. They'll shove you into the gutter just to get to the market first. I swear, there's not a single place to piss in peace." Damien burst into laughter, but Ego raised an eyebrow, unimpressed. "The whole city smells like horse piss?" he asked. "Worse than that," Roddrik replied, waving the stalk in his hand like a pointer. "And it's not just the smell. The water's dirty, the food's overpriced, and don't even think about wandering the lower city and into the wrong alley. You'll get robbed before you can blink." George tilted his head. "Did you see the nobles, or the forges, been to the great churches?" Roddrik waved the question away like it was a fly. "Nobles? They don't walk the streets like the rest of us. They're tucked away in their palazzos in the inner rings, counting their gold and sipping wine. As for the forges, sure, I heard them. Clang, clang, clang all day long, but I didn't need to see them. And the churches are nothing special. Trust me, boys, Banic's a filthy, crowded mess, I tell you. Stick to Blackdown. At least here you know what you're stepping in." The boys laughed, but Ego stared into the fire, his mind elsewhere. Later, as Roddrik wandered off, Ego muttered, "I doubt he went to Banic at all."